TikToking on YouTube. Once again, I'm Benjamin James with Legion. Thanks for joining me on a Thursday night in the shed. Now, I'm started off the live stream, but I realized I need to actually step away for a second. I know I should have waited to step away. We've got some connection issues happening here and there. We're good with connection. Hey Mojo, I'm going to be right back. I need to step out one more time, but welcome to my live stream on TikTok and on YouTube. We're going to hang out in the shed tonight. It's Tuesday night, but I got to get back inside. Just a second, I'll be right back out. Back up. It's nice to have people here on TikTok and on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of the live stream. I'm just trying to make sure I plug in these cameras to also keep them charged and whatnot. If you're new to my live stream, welcome. I'm Benjamin James Movidian, and I like to stream myself live here on TikTok and on YouTube weekly. Normally I cook and I eat and then I hang out, and tonight I already cooked and ate with my family, so we're not going to be doing any cooking tonight. No, you've already missed that part, but I was cooking with my aunt earlier, and I'll come up and interact with that chat in a little while, answer any questions. I wasn't actually able to interact with the chat and to answer people's questions when I was in the kitchen with my aunt, because I was giving her a lot more of my attention, because, she is my aunt and doesn't go into town very often, and she was in the kitchen with me, so I was giving her my undivided attention, but I did want to take some time to broadcast it live on TikTok and on YouTube. She was down to do it, and that's what was really fun about it. So it was great getting. If you were watching that, thanks for being part of that live stream. She appreciated it too. She thought it was fun to do it as well. And if you were here on TikTok or on YouTube, I appreciated you being part of the live stream in general and just commenting and pushing like and sharing it with people, because it got to a lot of people and it was fun to see that, and it was fun to do that with you guys. So thanks for being part of my live stream. It's nice doing this. Honestly, I'm having a great time. So I'm going to interact a little bit with the chat and see how things are going. It's nice to have you here, Chrissy and Gamer. That's over on the YouTube stream. Thanks for joining, and it's going to be a fun night. Hello, Mills and Dells. That's a great name. I do like that. And over here on TikTok, which once again I'm broadcasting live on TikTok and on YouTube. We got some fascinating lighting. Thanks for the rose. I'm just going to go through the comments that are on the TikTok stream and answer some of those ones. It's nice to have some people here. Mojo, you're an average viewer, so thank you. Rocco, you said something. Oh, that's nice to see Rocco's participating. It's nice to be here, and I'm happy you're watching as well. We've got other people too. Crystal, nice to see you here. Thanks for the hearts. Mojo, today I saw the video you posted. Oh, thanks. Yeah. They did give me some dating advice. Jimmy Kimmel and John Hamm are really nice guys, and they were good enough to lend their voice and to make me someone that they were narrating and promoting to get a girlfriend, which I really appreciated. Or just a date in general is kind of what it felt like. Tracking, did you know you look like Benjamin Magradician? Yes, yes, I do look like him because I am Benjamin Magradician. And it's spelled more phonetically that way. Can we get a tour of the shed? You guys want a tour of the shed? We can do a tour of the shed. That's an easy thing to do. I'm in the shed a lot, so, you know, feel free to ask any questions, and we are going to go through some things and start a project tonight. It's going to be a fun time in the shed. It's good to have you here. Thanks for being here, both on TikTok and on YouTube. Once again, feel free to subscribe, follow, and be part of my online community. You can find me on Instagram as well, not just on YouTube and on TikTok, but you should just follow me in any of those places and you can see the videos I post on a regular basis. I try to post a lot of videos here and there, and it's fun to do it. So it's nice to do this, and I'm happy to be doing it. So if you really like what I'm doing, show me some support and let me know that you want to see more of it, because I'm always down to do more. It smells like octopus in there? You're not even there. It doesn't. You have no idea if it smells like octopus in here, but it doesn't. It smells like this. This is Danish oil, and I've used way too much of it in the shed, and it's still technically fading away. So every once in a while when you come out, you get a little lightheaded. Some people tell me that it definitely has too much Danish oil, and that's actually true. It's worse than an octopus, maybe. I don't actually remember what octopuses smell like. My uncle had an octopus, a pet octopus. It's a beautiful octopus. Yes, but I don't think octopuses smell that bad, but then again, I might be wrong. They might have smelled terrible. Regardless, if you're new here, thanks for being part of my live stream, and feel free to join my online community on TikTok, YouTube, and on Instagram. We're hanging out in the shed, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour since I have more viewers than usual on both of these platforms. It looks like there's some new people that are just tuning in. I've been live streaming myself for about 5 weeks now, and I'm still figuring out how I like to do it, but I think I've figured out how to light up the shed to where the shed is very visible and it's not too dark or spooky in any way. You can see me clearly, which is a great thing to see, both on TikTok and on YouTube, but then again, also the audio isn't that good on YouTube, I've heard, which I'm sorry about that, but I do try to just talk at a higher tone, and maybe it's going to work itself out. But over on the TikTok stream, I do feel like I got that down to a T. On the YouTube stream, I apologize if you're having any audio difficulties. That is something that does happen every now and then. It just seems a little lower. And it's nice to have people jump in. I do try to bring attention to the chat, but every once in a while I walk too far away, and since I take my glasses off periodically, I can't read it. It's nice to have people here. Be sure to keep things civil and talk amongst yourselves, bond with each other. Overall, we're going to have some fun tonight. Show me the octopus. I don't know where the octopus is, but we're going to take the tour of what's going on in the shed. Up in the rafters up here, we're actually not going to go up there. That's the stuff that I can't really easily film myself going up there either. I could just, walk with the cameras up there, but I really don't want to. I got the cameras nicely set, and I got this nicely lit, so we're just going to talk about the stuff you can see. This side is tools. You can't really see all of the tools that I have there, but it is, tools and stuff like rope, because it's a shed, and that makes sense, right? Of course, every shed should have some rope. That is just part of owning a shed. You want rope in your shed. Oh, too much ice and not enough water? Well, I'll deal with that later. Right now, I don't really want to leave the camera, and I'm going to check my phone. It looks like nothing's really happening there. I also have a Rolo. If you want to eat candy with me, I have candy in my pocket, and I'm going to eat candy throughout the live stream. So that's just something that's going to be happening. If you want to eat candy with me, you get some candy, and you can eat candy whenever you see me eating candy, kind of like a drinking game, but without the drink and more with the candy. And if you see me eat some candy, like right now I'm eating a Rolo, you could eat a Rolo too if you have a Rolo. Or if you have another candy bar or any type of candy around you, you could just take a bite of your candy bar or whatever candy you have at the same time as me. Like that. We both could have just eaten candy at the same time, hypothetically. Very possible. And that's the best part about streaming myself live. I get to do things, and I could technically be doing the same thing with you. I don't know what you're doing because you're not broadcasting yourself live, even though you could. But, you're just doing your thing, and you might be hanging out in your shed too. And that means that I'm hanging out in my shed, and you're hanging out in your shed, and you're watching me hang out in my shed. In a way, we're both hanging out in the shed, which means we're both hanging out in the same shed. but really they're two different sheds. Regardless, I got a lot of energy, so we're gonna also try to calm things down. But to finish off this tour, once again, we have tools on this side and things like rope and, you know, like bowl cutters on this side, which eventually I'll give a better tour of the shed. But right now, actually, we'll just focus on what you can see. So over here in this pile is the emergency pile too. We have water that's over here, and that's water in case, you know, there's an earthquake, because I live in California, and this is a California shed. Though the shed might not be completely great for an earthquake, because it's a very basic shed, but regardless, if there is an earthquake and we are stuck in our houses, I do have quite a bit of water. Not that much, but maybe like three days worth of water, the way I like to drink water. Regardless, we have this over here, which is the table on the back, and then underneath the table there are tools, and there are like screws and stuff in the little cubby stuff that I have underneath this table, so that we can really put a project together over here. We have newspaper here, but the newspaper isn't usually here. I don't know why that's here. And then up here what we have is file cabinets. Now these file cabinets all have something different and specific inside of them. This one is Camp Sheen, which is a camp that I used to work at, which has now been renamed as Camp Adventurewood. Now that one has all of the documentations that were necessary for 2008 to 2012. And I know you're thinking, why do I have paper? Well, it's because I do like having the paper still, and it was fun keeping all of the stuff that was from that job. So it was all nicely filed in there, and it's just there. Now I should probably go through it and maybe get rid of some of the stuff that I really don't need anymore, or maybe some of the invoice stuff that it's been well over 7 years, so I don't need to keep any of that documentation. And it's just good to get rid of that stuff anyways, because you don't want to hold on to it. But then right here in this file cabinet, what we got is some magazines and some Lego booklets. We have lots of Lego booklets. That's what we're diving into tonight. If I have this all right, we're going to start off the Lego build tonight, which is the Statue of Liberty. It's going to take us a couple of days, so it's great having you here. Feel free to share the stream if you ever think would want to watch me, Benjamin James Maravichin, in my shed. Build a Lego. That's right, we're going to be building a Lego. But we're also still giving a tour. And then over here, you can barely see it. You can see it on the TikTok stream, but on the YouTube stream, you can barely see the last file cabinet. That file cabinet is filled with all of my high school memorabilia, like my yearbooks and stuff like that. And it's not just high school, it's all of grade school. It's everything from first grade all the way to 12th grade, all in one little file cabinet. And I got rid of as much stuff as I could to really have it just be it's basically like yearbooks, and then a couple of like, yeah, you know what? Let's look at it. I haven't opened it in years, so I shouldn't act like I know what's in it, because I have no idea what's in it. So we'll do that before we start the Lego build, which is going to just be the first couple of steps tonight, because, you know, I did end up having a longer dinner than I thought I was going to have, and if you were able to watch that live stream, thanks for being part of it. My aunt was really good at cooking up some food, and I was really good at doing the tri-tip like I normally do. And the tri-tip came out super well, and that's what's important at the end of the day, the meat needs to come out good. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares, thanks for being here. We're having some fun in the shed, and we're going to look through this old high school box. It has my yearbooks in it, and I don't actually know what else is in it, but it'd be nice to see what's in it and to really know what's in it once again. So let's get this down. This is like, it's a little weird. It's just very dusty. But it's a box in the shed. Now let's just see what's inside this. Oh man, I haven't opened this in years. Well, it's like picture. I have to remember how this is packed. The directories. Oh wow, they really were the directories. Oh, okay, so I kept all of the directories, which is kind of useless. I really actually could probably throw these away, but in the area that I grew up in, which was San Marino, there was a directory for each. Well, I think actually back in the day there were directories just for everybody in general, because you had to call people's houses. Valentine in 1995 to 1996 is first grade. So yeah, it really is actually, it looks like it is just yearbooks. Yeah, from everything through first grade all the way to 12th grade. And then my planners. which were never really used. So I don't know why I kept them. I always used a different planner. It was like whatever I got for Christmas was usually cooler than whatever they gave me for the school. I usually just, well, it looks like I kept like a gym outfit with all of this stuff, which I guess is great if I wanted to dress up like, yeah, it's my gym outfit. Yeah, you put your name on it and everything. Yeah, it's very. Oh, well, it was clearly washed before it was put away because it doesn't smell bad. Which is kind of weird because I didn't wash it very often when I was growing up. Oh, and my gym shorts or whatever. Yeah, that's what I have in the memorabilia box, which makes sense, honestly. I can't believe I thought that I didn't know what was in here, to be honest, but it does make more sense now. When you look at it on this side, it's just books. It's a see-through file cabinet, so I probably just should have flipped it because it's really just the yearbooks that are inside of this thing. Which now that I see that, it's a little different, and it looks like it's the yearbooks. And actually, let's see if something's in here that I would like to get back out. This is. So I was a drama student and a media arts student, so I didn't really care about any of the other subjects. So that means I didn't keep like a lot of my papers. I didn't keep any of like the reports that I turned in. Some people keep their reports and, you know, like a history assignment where like they built like a binder or something. I didn't keep any of that crap. No, none of that crap I kept. But what it does look like, and I kind of remember it more now, is the only stuff I really kept that was important was the stuff that was from drama class. Drama class and the media arts class. So there's also a mixed high school stuff, which it's just like stuff that would definitely distract me a lot more if I was really reading it through. Yeah, it's my homeroom schedule, and that's easy. Alright, so it just, that's nice that I kept that. I kept the homeroom schedules from each of my years. But the drama stuff, that's actually what I'd like to find. I used to do a lot of scenes. I was a really big drama student when I was back in the day. I was like all for becoming an actor, and then I started doing more stuff with filming. And I was more behind the camera by the time I was graduating. But I still like to perform every once in a while, which is why I'm here. And why I'm here live on YouTube and on TikTok. Which once again, if you're new to my live stream, welcome, and please feel free to follow and tune in nightly because I like to live stream myself cooking and eating and hanging out throughout the week. So you can hang out, cook with me, and eat with me if you really want to. Just feel free to follow and tune in nightly, and you might have a lot of fun because honestly, it's really fun. I am. Yes, I can be. I can also, you know, be a bummer to watch at times, probably. I'm not all around perfect or all around fun. But what we're doing right now is we're Johnny Alfonso. This is exactly what I was looking for. So, just to give people a backstory, I can't believe I have this. Oh, this is great. Okay, so Johnny Alfonso, 23-year-old. So this is brainstorming notes from my friend Haley Van Heil, which I don't know if you're watching, or if anyone watching can give a shout out to Haley. Haley Van Heil was a great person to have drama class with and to write sketches with. Honestly, she's one of my favorite people to act with in general. She is doing something now. Interior designing, maybe? I've talked to her every now and then. I don't talk to her enough. Regardless, she's a great person, and if you know who she is, I'm giving her a shout out and saying, you know, if you know Haley, you know that she's a character. But she also has some voices that she does. And this is her notes as we were developing, and then as we were developing a sketch together, and then I went home and I wrote the whole sketch. And I finished it. And then she wrote more onto it too. So it's 6 pages, and this is us writing a scene together. She started it off, I kept it, and then I kept writing, and I wrote it up until like the end, and then she did some rewrites, it looks like, which is okay. That's how creative process works. Now, this is a sketch that is about a kid named Johnny Alfonso, and he's not any ordinary kid. He's a 23-year-old kid that still lives with his mother, And his mom's somewhere around 40 years old. She's not the oldest woman, but she insists on keeping Johnny Alfonso on a leash. So that's not like a figurative leash, that's a physical leash. He's on a child harness, and it's a sketch about a 23-year-old male that goes out with his mom that is still on a child's leash, so then he doesn't run away. And at first you're supposed to feel for him and be like, oh, that's so embarrassing. His mom's totally just making him look like a fool. But then near the end you start to realize that he really needs to be on the leash because this kid is just all over the place. And he's definitely still a kid. It's actually really fun to see it, and I honestly feel like it was written so long ago, it's like, it's kind of weird looking at it. That I still have it too? This is the first, like, time I really tried to write something. And we were really good at also using pencil and paper. We didn't really waste very many, like, pieces. Man, back in the day, it was much cooler to use pencil and paper. You just erased things and you didn't go through so many pieces of paper. I gotta take a picture of this though, because once again, I'm surprised I still have it, but I do remember when I packed up all the stuff from high school, I was like tossing shit all over the place. And the only thing that I really cared about were the stuff from drama class, because that was the most entertaining time. But I also don't want to go through the writing long texts right now, so I'm just going to take some pictures. Some pictures, and that'll just do. That'll do for now. Plus, so page 2. Page 3, it's a 6-page scene. I would consider performing it, but I actually don't want to. It's not fun unless you have another person. Because it's written for 2. I could do both voices and make it work, but at the same time, I really don't want to. I feel like it's going to be more fun to revisit it again in the future. It's also why I'm just trying to take some pictures of it to put it away, because I like the fact that I have it, so I'm going to just try to preserve it for the longest and, the longest amount of time I can. All of this stuff, though, really, honestly, I'm surprised I still have it. At one point in time, I thought that, I'd get married and already have kids by now, and then the kids would want me to get rid of stuff, and then they could look at it, and then I could say, all right, now I don't care about it anymore. Because really, when it comes down to it, a lot of this stuff that I have from when I was growing up, I only care about it ever so slightly so that my kids could look at it, and then after that, I don't even give a fuck what happens to it. Sorry for the language. Anyways, I normally don't have a language issue on this live stream. I'm very good at usually being a subtle person with words, as in I'm not using a lot of vulgar language. But sometimes it does slip up. Yes, oh wait, I gotta make sure I put it back in the right spot. I actually should probably see. Was there more stuff in here? So I have the Johnny sketch, Johnny Alfonso, and then I have the, oh yeah, monologues I used to do. I kept all my monologues. I'll never perform these monologues again. Well, maybe actually. Ronnie, the Monopoly Man. Oh, this is a sketch written by Scott Osgood. Oh, that's kind of crazy. Up in Casey Hansen. Yep. A lot of things that are in here. Special defense. Oh, all of the scripts from all the plays I was in, also, I have those as well, which that makes a lot of sense. I definitely wouldn't have gotten rid of those. And then character build-up sheets, which is me, like, trying to create new characters, which makes sense, too. I love doing that type of stuff. I was very creative back then as well. Oh. We photocopied the crap out of this, it looks like. That makes sense. Oh, because, like, back in the day when you really wrote something up and you spent a lot of time on it, you just get it photocopying, and you have multiple copies of it. This one has 8 pages? Okay, so it's an 8-page. I took 6 pages. Oh, I'll just let it be what it is. I'm not going to focus on this anymore because this isn't why we came into the shed. It was fun going through it. Thanks for joining me. Regardless, it's nice to have you here. We're hanging out in the shed, and I'm Benjamin James Motivation, broadcasting myself live on TikTok and on YouTube. It's nice to be here, and it's great that you've taken the time to stop by because I like to make content and I like to stream myself live. Maybe I'll amuse you tonight. Regardless, maybe you should subscribe and see what's going on with me throughout the week. I like to live stream myself every day. It's starting to turn into. As I'm doing it, I've been doing this for about 5 weeks now, and I'm having some fun doing it. I like to broadcast myself live while I cook, like I did earlier today with my aunt. But I don't always broadcast myself live and stream myself live with my aunt around. She just happened to be in town, and I was at my parents' house cooking them dinner, and I decided to stream that live. And also, if you're eating some chocolate or anything like that, it's time for you to eat another piece of candy, because once again, if I take out a piece of candy and start eating it, it gives you an opportunity to eat candy with me as well. So if you have a candy bar by you, you can eat a candy bar with me as I'm eating a candy bar, which this one's a Kit Kat. And it's a self-contained Kit Kat, but you do it your way. We can eat candy together. Every time I take out some candy and I want to eat it, you can eat candy with me too. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares, and thanks for being here. Be sure to follow me on TikTok, YouTube, and on Instagram. I post videos daily, and I live stream as often as I can. Right. I should probably pack this all back up, not leave anything out. I got these directories. We could go through all this stuff, but I don't want to. No, this is like something you do with like, old friends maybe, or like kids. Honestly, I'd rather do everything now. Probably go through this stuff with my kids and then decide what I really want to do with some of it. I mean, to be honest, I'm not going to keep all this crap forever. I don't really want to keep it all for that long, but I did keep it with purpose, and the whole purpose was so that my kids could see certain things. Like, I really don't need to keep all the plays and all of the sketches I did. I don't really need that. Those are all online. I can just look those things up. But to see them the way that they are, you can see my notes, and you can see like me talking to myself and my planner and stuff like that. So it's more personal stuff more than anything else. And if you were involved in anything I was doing, you might be able to find something to relate on it if you were growing up with me in the same time frame. But since it's the internet, I don't want to go through this too much. Regardless, that's not what it came out here for. But we gave a little tour of the shed. We've got something stuck right here. I know. No. There it is. It's a CD. Yeah, I gotta be careful with these things. Especially CDs. CDs do fall apart. Now, you know what actually might be more fun? Even though tonight should be Legos. Which I'm gonna go up to the chat and see what people are saying. And maybe people have said things or not and whatnot. And let's just see what's going on. We also got some crazy lighting going on. It kind of hurts my eyes every once in a while, but it's nice to have all you people here. You don't have any candy, Mills and Dills? That's too bad. I'm making another roll on now. So if you're already eating candy, though, you should get some candy. If you don't have candy, though, I don't want to make you feel bad, but I'm eating candy. Those of you that are in the chat for TikTok, sorry I haven't been coming up to see what's going on. It's great to have you here. Thanks for being part of the live stream. Thanks for the likes and all of the gifts and whatnot. I appreciate everything that's happening here. Today I saw the video. Yes. I read that one. Read that one. Read that one. Oh, I got that rose from Desved. Hello. Armenian? Question mark. Yes, I am Armenian. I was sitting there. That's cool. Your cousin is an octopus. That's interesting. Show me money? No, let's see what other things are said in the live stream. Jewel, nice to have you here. Thanks for being in the live stream. There are spiders in the shed, and there are spiders in your shed too. That's a typical thing. You like how I say my last name, Jewel? That's great. Yeah, I like how I say it too. Andrew, great to have you here. See you're here. Dinner was already eaten, and I went and had dinner at my parents' house. Sorry for, excluding you on that one. I wasn't able to do much after I did the broadcasting and live stream of me and my aunt cooking in the kitchen, but we did eat dinner as a family, and then I came back over here, and now we're in the shed. But we already cooked and ate tonight, and those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about overall, there is a comment from Andrew asking what is for dinner tonight, and that's a very common thing to ask me because I normally live stream myself cooking and then eating and then hanging out. So if you're new to my live stream, that is something that I try to do on a weekly basis or a daily basis, is just to cook and eat, live streaming myself, so you can join me with cooking and eating. So feel free to follow and tune in next time, and you'll be able to probably see me cook and eat. That is something to look forward to, right? Gives you a reason to follow me. Oh, and I see, yeah, it was Tri-Tip, by the way. I did eat Tri-Tip. Do you like going through your memorabilia boxes? That's great. Do I have any Pokemon cards? No, I never liked Pokemon. I didn't collect any of those, but I do have Magic the Gathering cards, and I played Magic, not Pokemon. I thought Pokemon was too colorful. I don't know what that really means, but at the end of the day, it did feel too colorful to me. I was like, it just didn't feel like any of these things were monsters. Why would they attack each other? They just look like household pets that were given creative names that kind of looked like they were going to be able to do something devious in some ways. But overall, they just looked like they were kind of like colorful, nice creatures. Even Charizard didn't look that evil. Charizard kind of looked like, you know, an upset dog that you can go up and pet. And that's just how I felt about Pokemon. I just didn't really understand what was going on there. I did like watching the show, though, but for different reasons. Pikachu was really cool. And then I also liked watching that movie. But Mewtwo did kind of confuse me. Anyways, that's not the point. We're going through the chat right now and seeing what's going on. I'm answering questions I can answer both on TikTok and on YouTube. If you're new to the stream, I do try to do this, but sometimes I just get worked up in my own projects and I walk away, and I try to keep myself up to date with what people are saying, but I can't always do it. Let's see. So we've got a bunch of things being said here and there. Andrew got down to the bottom of the fact that I was eating Tri-Tip and that I streamed the whole situation earlier. I'm catching up. I'm almost there. Nice. You know what? I feel like we've gotten far enough. I appreciate all the follows and all the people that have tuned into the live stream and been part of the live stream so far, and that are just walking in. It's great to have you here. We're just hanging out. I'm Benjamin James Meredichin, and I love doing these live streams. And honestly, it's only been about 5-6 weeks of me doing this, so it's been a lot of fun. And I'm still formulating how I like to do my live streams. So feel free to send me some messages. Let me know how I'm doing. You can tell me all sorts of stuff. I might work on that feedback specifically. Yeah, that is what it looked like when I'm reading your comments. Yes. Oh, thanks for the love. I appreciate it. So now we're going to just, originally I was going to do the Lego build tonight, but I keep delaying it because I know once I finish it, I'm going to have to separate a whole bunch of other Legos to keep doing these, and I'm already trying to separate the Legos to do more of these, so I'm trying to build the next project before I even do the first project. But it's ready, and it's right there. Right there I got Legos separated. Katie break. Legos separated. We do a whole nother build. Oh, now that's good. Now I also just realized I gotta post something, but not in the place that you think. I need to just post it on let's get to it. Here it is. Perfect. And now this isn't a reel, this is just a story, just adding to Instagram. If you have an Instagram account, feel free to follow me. I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm on the other Instagram, but I really only post on those platforms, so that's the stuff that you'll see content at. Start new video. I'm really getting tired of the reel option. Because whenever I want to post a story, it always puts me through this series where I get ready to make a post, and I realized I was doing it through reels, and really all I wanted to do was post a story really quick, and it makes it very frustrating. It really wants me to post a reel, like all the time. It shouldn't be forcing me to post a reel. It wants me to post a story, right? Yeah. So your story. Okay. And one more thing. One more thing. Yeah, holding my breath. Seeing if I got a message. Oh, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, anyway, it's okay. Life. Always waiting to hear from people. That's what it always feels like. At the end of the day, do we hear from the people we really want to hear from? Maybe. Sometimes. And sometimes no. Regardless, it's never enough. We're oversaturated with so much content and so much in-hand entertainment that we just consistently binging on just everything. It feels like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Regardless, it's not a big deal. I'm just saying things because I like to talk. Now, I think we're going to work on a collage now, because that actually feels a lot of fun to me. All that stuff right there, that's a whole bunch of stuff that I can use to make a collage. And this over here, this is a canvas. A canvas. Yep, a brand new canvas. It's still in its wrapper. Now, normally I use these to paint on, but right now I don't feel like painting. Well, I have paint. You could do that instead too, but I'm not going to do that. I'd like to make a collage, and then I can also do more on top of the collage with paint later. So now we're actually going to be starting an art project tonight. Yeah, it's unexpected, but we are in the shed. Lots can happen in the shed. The shed has all of the possibilities at hand. We have the ability to build things. We have the ability to do art projects. It's all great at the end of the day. It's great to be here. So if you're just joining in now, it looks like the shed project is going to be doing an art collage. So that's what we'll be doing for the rest of the live stream. Welcome to my live stream. It's nice to be here, and it's nice to have you here. Thanks for joining, and feel free to share the live stream with whoever you think would enjoy watching me make a collage, because that's what we're going to be doing in here tonight. I have this table right here, and I'll be able to make the collage probably pretty fast, honestly. It doesn't take that long to make a collage. Regardless, I appreciate the likes, I appreciate the shares, and I appreciate you being here. So let's see who else we can get in, and what else we can do tonight. Regardless, it looks like what we're going to be focusing on is this canvas right here. See if we can really make a nice collage. I have a whole bunch of canvases, but, sometimes they just sit and collect dust. It is nice to have them, though. I know a lot of friends that would probably really appreciate getting a blank canvas, because they tend to paint a lot and they tend to paint over previous canvases. And that is a reality. All I need is the double-sided tape. Is going to be a must. That's my favorite thing to use when making a collage. But I also need the regular standard Scotch tape. And with both of those things, it's great to be here. Thanks for joining me. I'm streaming live on TikTok and on YouTube, so if you get disconnected on either, you can go to the other. And honestly, if you want to rewatch the live stream at any time, you can do so on YouTube, where they are uploaded to their entirety throughout. That is right when I started to right where I ended, but not always the entirety of the TikTok videos, because sometimes I do stay on longer on TikTok and review how the YouTube went. Now we are going to do this collage. It is 9:27. So we've got some time. I don't want to stay up too late tonight, but I do want to do a nice collage. So let's see what material we're going to use tonight. We've got all sorts of things. We've got cigarette ads from the 70s. We've got bike ads from the 70s as well. That's 1978 for you. Yes, bike ads with a lovely girl that looks like she's ready to play tennis but doesn't want to play tennis. She wants to ride her bike instead. That's what's happening right there. We're going to be doing a collage with magazine clippings from the 70s. That actually feels right to me. I really want to use this one. My cigarette has to do 2 jobs. That's what this ad says. And that's smoke for taste. What? No, I'm not sure why that makes sense, but it doesn't matter. That's going to be the first thing we put on. Our Lord, a Canadian alcoholic whiskey. Well, all whiskey is alcoholic, isn't it? Does that really make sense for me to do that? Clipping from the Pinocchio book. Cinderella. Privacy, please. Nope, nope. I'm not going to use these things. These things. Nope. No. Bambi, all grown up, of course, as a deer, because he eventually is like a full-grown deer that protects the forest and looks out for his fellow critters. So that's what Bambi's all about at the end of the day. Kind of like the story of Simba. Except instead of his dad dying from his uncle, his mom dies from some random stranger that has a gun. No, Mickey Mouse. All right. I know, right? Makes you think. Random stranger. Yeah. If you're listening to that. Anyways, it's better in the Bahamas. No, I don't feel like using that piece. So far, what we're using is over in this pile. Maybe. I do like Alice in Wonderland and the Mad Hatter and the Mad Hatter's friend. He might want to be used. That's a whole bunch of Mickey Mouses. A baby in a crib. No, I don't feel like using that in the collage. I do like to make collages every once in a while, so this is going to be a lot of fun. It's actually great that we did this instead, which I did want to do one of these, and I didn't know it was going to be tonight. I thought I was going to force myself to build some Legos, but you know what? I'm happy I'm doing this instead, because building a collage is a lot of fun. So it's great to do it, and I'm happy you're here. Thanks for being part of the live stream. Feel free to share the live stream with whoever you think might want to watch me, Benjamin James Margaritian. Do a collage. I mean, it's a simple art project. So I don't know, if you know somebody that really wants to do one, or watch me do one, send it to them. And if you have a candy bar, every once in a while I take candy out of my pocket and I eat candy. If you have Oreos or any sort of candy by you, when I'm eating candy, you can eat candy with me, and it's kind of like drinking it. You know, if I'm eating candy, you can eat candy too. And that might be fun for you. And it might not be fun for you at the same time. I don't know if you like to eat candy or if you have candy with you, but I'm going to eat candy when I can, and I'm keeping candy in my pocket. So every once in a while, you might just see me eat some candy, and just know that it, gives you an opportunity to also eat with me too. And if you're new to my live stream, this is from the swimsuit issue in the 70s. I mean, that's a very popular swimsuit from back then. I'm not going to use any of these swimsuit girls. Yeah, I'm going to save that for another collage. That would be fun to just do on its own. 1970s collage. My first day with Stay Free Maxi Pads. This one is a tampon ad, which I might use. It's this girl that is skiing. Oh wait, no. She's not skiing. She's ice skating. So she's ice skating, and it's just showing, I guess, like normal things of life for maxi pads to be added as an ad. I'm not sure. Regardless, there's a photo of me and Wayne Brady. It's in the newspaper. Let's see, the old ad for, I talked about this last time, I went through my collage stuff. This is an ad for a Macintosh computer, which is like oddly around the same price as it was back then in the 70s. It's, between $3,000 and $5,000, which is about right for getting a really good computer. It's about the same price. Macintosh hasn't really changed their prices at all. Steve Jobs knew what to do. Long Distance is for Little Things Too, which this is a telephone ad of some girl ripping out a tooth. Oh, this guy, I don't know who he is, but he might be in the collage. I'm putting that off to the side. Come on. There we go. I just don't want to rip things up too much. The dragon blowing fire at the Prince Charming, that is. People Magazine. Disneyland. Some Like It Hot. Wind Drift. I don't know what that is, but it's an ad. And then you've got Mickey Mouse. None of these. Alright, we're just looking through some of the collage material I have, and we're going to make a collage tonight and do a fun, simple activity. I had a good dinner. I hope you had a good dinner. We're just streaming right now, hanging out, so this gives you something to do if you're looking for something to do and you don't want to death scroll or you don't want to watch any of the media that's currently at your disposal. Regardless, I'm an entertaining guy when I want to be, and I hope I am right now for you. Yeah, everyone's different, so it might not be entertaining to you at least right now, but maybe later. So feel free to subscribe and watch some of my other videos. I just make a lot of high energy videos. This is a Fleetwood Mac People magazine cover, and this actually kind of wants to put into collage, but I think I should use it for something else. We're still going through collage material, and it is a lot of fun. John Ritter on the cover of People magazine. Vice President something. Another cigarette ad. There's a lot of cigarette ads. Ooh, the chocolate fizz. This will end up being used. Not this cigarette ad, not this cigarette ad. There's a lot of cigarette ads. I don't want to use all of these. You know, I see people are saying things in the comments. I'll come up in a second and read what's going on and answer any questions. If you have any boiling questions for me, I do like to try to answer the questions and bring attention to the chat. So I'm sorry if I haven't already done so, but I will get around to doing it. I do like to take the time to acknowledge that you are here. Thanks for being in my space. Since you're taking the time to be in my space and I'm allowing you to be in my space by broadcasting myself, it's only polite for me to be able to go up and read whatever you're saying. That just feels like the right thing for me to do. Now we're just still looking through some of this collage material because I just want to get all the stuff that I want to use to the side first. Oh wow, that's a really old Time magazine cover. Maybe we'll use this. I don't really want to use a lot of the cigarette ads. I already picked one, and if I do a whole bunch of them, then it just becomes a cigarette ad, and I don't really want that. No, especially since I used to smoke, and it's tempting. Oh, this could be used. This is a Canon camera. Now, I do like to just take as much stuff as I can. Oh, this is part of a map. Might want to use that. Nope, don't want to use this. No, not to that. Not to this. Not to this. Not to that. Maybe. We'll put this in the maybe pile. Oops, there's 2 of them. Oh, wait, there's 3 of them. Oh, no, there's a whole bunch of them. Alright, so I just rip it here. Tape. I might want to use this. I don't know yet. I'm figuring it out. We're just going through some of the material. If you're new to my broadcast, I just hang out in the shed after eating dinner and after cooking dinner. And I normally cook and eat on my live stream. So if you want to do that next time, or if you look forward to doing that with me, feel free to subscribe and follow and be part of my community. And tomorrow night you can catch me cooking and you can eat with me. It's just something I try to do on a regular basis now. It's been about 6 weeks and I like doing it, so it's fun to be here. Let me know that you like it by supporting me, by liking my stuff, and by following my accounts. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. It's nice to be here, and thanks for being in my live stream. We're still looking through some of this stuff right here, and I'm going to be coming up in just a second. Ooh, wait, let's put this over here. Now I'm going to be coming up in a second and reading any of the comments that are in the chat. It's great to have you here. Thanks for being part of my live stream. I'm in my shed, and you're in my shed with me. We're just hanging out in my shed. It's a good shed, right? It's a lot of fun, and it's nice to be out here. It's a little cold. That's why I'm wearing a lot of layers, but overall, I do like to dress up regardless. Just in general, on a daily basis, because I dress for success. And hopefully, you know, I also dress for comfort. Sometimes I don't. I just dress for the success. But on a good day, I hope that I actually take what I need to take and wear the right outfit. It's great having all you people here. Thanks for commenting. I'm going to be coming up and bringing attention to the comments in just a second. I can see people are still saying things. I'm just trying to get through this part first, so then I can answer questions, then come back and start taping together a collage. Now this collage probably will be like a collage that I tape together, but then after that I might paint on it because it is a canvas. That's a Nikon ad, Camel cigarette ad. No, they're not going to use that. And then we do, ooh, what's going on here? I'm realistic. Okay. This ad is kind of upsetting. It says, I'm realistic, I only smoke facts. And then it probably has some bullshit crap about, like, tar, having less tar than the average cigarette, which is what a lot of the cigarette ads that are in this pile are constantly doing. And I know, because like, I'm constantly looking at it and saying to myself, wow, why do they keep saying this? No. Jim Henson, you can make it into the skeletons. We're almost done going through all of this stuff. We're just gonna go a little faster. Well, that cigarette ad is pretty classic and doesn't really look like a cigarette ad. No. Maybe these. So actually this should go over here. Just in case. If the paper did it, no. Dr. Seuss cutout, maybe. We're just going through the last things to see. It's a fax machine, maybe. I don't know. Oh, and then posters. Okay. And some other stuff. This is a car ad. Maybe the car ad. This one maybe. No, I think we're good. Although, this is seasonal. I'm not using it, but I'm going to show it to you. It says People for Christmas. This is People Magazine. And this is one of their ads for the Christmas coming of years. 1978? 1980. Yes. This is how they were advertising themselves for their Christmas season special issues. Now I'm going to take all of the stuff that I don't want to use that I just looked through, and we're just going to put that back in the box. Very nice and orderly, kind of. And we're going to want to focus on that stuff to be able to create the collage. So I'm going to put the extra collage material up there just for now. I can always take it down if I want to take another peek at the stuff and decide to switch some things out or add some things. It's always a possibility. But right now I'm going to approach the cameras and I'm just going to read some of the comments. It's nice to have all you people here. I'm still here. I see you joined in on the live stream. You're an average viewer and I appreciate you being here. I can't believe that you policed the chat a couple of times in the past, so I really appreciate your efforts into making it a safe place for people to be when they're on the YouTube stream. I'm still here. I do appreciate you. And that's a great name. At the end of the day, I think you have a fantastic name, and it is fun to see that you do take the time to watch my live stream. So thanks for being somewhat of a police officer for the safety of the chat, and you are appreciated. Thanks for joining in on the live stream. And over here on TikTok, I haven't talked to you guys in a while up close with reading the comments, but it looks like Odie the Cat joined, and a lot of... Oh yeah, a collage is a great gift. You should yeah, Mojo, that is a good gift, but you got to also make the collage of something they'd want to look at. You can't just make a collage of anything. You gotta be specific. Thanks for calling me Colin Farrell. I do appreciate that. We can recreate the letter from the Zodiac. I did recently watch parts of that from the Netflix series, but yeah, I feel like he did it so much better than me. I feel like I'm not going to be able to do it that well. I don't like spelling things with my collages. I like just having nice images. I have the box of magazines. Well, they're magazine clippings. They're not magazines really anymore. It's just been numerous years all thrown in there. Oh, thanks for calling me more handsome than Colin Farrell. That's really sweet of you. Thanks, I'm still here. Oh, you got to go to bed, Mojo? Yeah, you go to bed. I hope I was able to catch you before you stopped watching the live stream. If you need to be up, or if it's almost 1 a.m. for you right now, you don't need to stay up that late for me, man. You can just rewatch these live streams if you really want to on YouTube, and you can also just tune in earlier. Sometimes I try to go much earlier than this. What's Chocolate Fizz? Was that a drink? Chocolate Fizz is a drink. Let's get that out. A good question. Where is it? Here it is. Chocolate Fizz is a drink. Let's see, who asked that? That was Yia. Yia asked what Chocolate Fizz is, and it's a drink that was advertised in the 1978 People magazine. I have a lot of clips from People magazine. I know, right? You found my account today, Chris? I hope you like it. I think it's interesting that it keeps recommending my content to you. What did I have for dinner, Lenny? I had myself some tri-tip with my aunt, and we also had potatoes and some green beans. We didn't have a salad though. She got tired and didn't really want to make the salad anymore. That's okay. You don't need to always have a salad with every meal. You appreciate my fashion choices? Thank you. I do appreciate that. There's a couple more. Your voice is very soothing. Thanks for saying that, Bianca. I do try. We probably had I don't know. I wonder what the texture of the drink was too, but we'll read the description. It's for people that are considered chocolate freaks, is what they're going for. And they make a chocolate fizz for you, and they have fabulous chocolate flavors. And you need to pour a half an ounce. No. You add milk and soda, and then you stir it. Wow, you add milk and soda together? That's what it tells you to do. The fizz will tickle up your nose. So you use the stuff that they give you, which is a powder, but you need to have milk and soda water, and you mix those two together. I guess that makes sense. I mean, for back in the day, it's probably not that much of a challenge. I mean, it was probably easy to find those two things over everything else. Once again, if you're just joining in on the live stream and you want to eat candy at the same time as me, I'm eating candy right now. So you can break out a candy bar and you can eat candy whenever you see me eating candy, or you just eat candy on your own. Regardless, I like to eat and cook and hang out in my live streams. And if you're new to my live stream, you should join in on the fun and subscribe or follow on TikTok, YouTube, or on Instagram, and you can watch me do things live, and you can also just watch how I do things, because I make a lot of videos, and I make videos daily on how I do things. Very simple videos that you can make too. I'd love to see how you do those things as well, and I'm showing people how I do those things. It looks like oh, my last video had so many people watching. Oh, the last time I went live streaming. Yeah. I don't know what... Oh, thanks for calling me Mr. Potter. Anyways, I don't know what really happened, but when I live streamed earlier today, I felt like it was shared with more people on both TikTok and YouTube than the average, and it just was me at my parents' house cooking dinner with my aunt. It wasn't that complicated, or it wasn't that advanced, but then again, the simpler the better sometimes, and sometimes people just want to see something like that. I mean, my aunt is, older than me, and much better at cooking than me, so in a way it was also me learning. And you got to witness that if you were watching the Slingshot. No, a cycling ad for the Slingshot, which was a very popular thing in the 70s, apparently. Man, they gave you so many phone numbers to be able to place an order. You can always order things through the phone. Not always online, but through the phone, always. That's the way to do it. Now, we have all of the stuff we want to use for this new collage right here. And whenever I'm making collage, I got all of these tiny little pieces right here. And of course, scissors. You can't do collages without some scissors and without some pieces of paper. Now, I'm putting all of the pieces that I want to use elsewhere. So this is a good... So whenever I'm making collage, it's actually good to have a good base bottom piece. Just kind of cover up some of the stuff, and then it's fun to go in and out of that. So we're gonna use what's this? Well, actually, we're gonna rip this. Yep, that works better, and we'll do right here. This is called Broken Chain. I don't know. It's a TNT original drama that aired on Saturday, December 18th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is part of the 1993 Variety issue, and it was an ad for The Broken Chain, which I've never seen, but it does look like it was a very fascinating, beautifully produced and well-acted not motion picture, but looks like it was just a series in some ways. No, it's a TV movie. Yeah, sorry, it took me a little while to figure that out. I forgot that we used to have a lot of TV movies, and that we used to run ads for those TV movies, just like anything else. In the classified section, we'll just throw that in there too. I feel like we need to throw down some more things to get more of an idea of what type of collage we're going to make, actually. We kind of got to start putting down some things and laying down some groundwork. I don't have any water. I do have emergency water over here, but I shouldn't get into that just to hydrate myself when I could go inside and get some water and I will in a little while, but we're not going to do that yet because I have a good standing right now with just staying in the live stream rather than walking away and not being in the live stream. Now we've got Alice and her. So now this is a good example of when to use the scissors. So we've got another one of Alice over here. So we're going to rip this. When you can, ripping is also just the easiest way to get the process going. Well, actually, let's first. No, that does kind of work. What's good is putting on a whole bunch of stuff and then also using stickers later on. Collages can be made tons of different ways, and there is no right or wrong way to make a collage. It's whatever you artistically feel like doing. Well, I guess there is a wrong way to do it, which is not at all, but if you're trying and doing it to any degree and putting things together and letting things overlap, that's kind of just how collage works. So you can be real specific about what you're trying to do, but we are non-stop star power Cinemax ad. Yep, we will definitely have this. This feels like a corner thing, so we're gonna just keep laying things down to see what we can rearrange. After I've laid down a bunch of stuff, then it just becomes like moving things around until I get happy with where it's at. If you're just joining in on the live stream, welcome. I'm just doing a collage. We're hanging out in the shed. I'm Benjamin James Margaritian, and this is my live stream on TikTok and on YouTube. I try to interact with the comments as much as possible, but I haven't gone over there to read any of them quite yet, or in a little while. But I will get around to doing it again. It's great to have you here. Thanks for being in my live stream. Feel free to share it with whoever you think might also want to watch me in my shed right now doing a collage. And feel free to follow and watch me broadcast myself live, usually eating and cooking food. So if you want to do that, and you want to just watch me doing that next time, you can just subscribe and feel free to tune in earlier in the day, and I guarantee you'll catch me cooking and eating, and you can cook and eat with me too. Basically on YouTube and on TikTok. Not so much on Instagram, because I don't stream live here, but I do stream live here on TikTok and on YouTube, so it's nice to be here, and it's great to have you here. Thanks for being in my live stream. And feel free to share it once again, and push like, and just support however you can. You know I'm doing a good job. This is about my 6th week into live streaming myself, and I'm having a great time doing it. Now, we've got a couple more things. I feel like these two don't deserve to be on there. Oh, part of a map. Yes, I like this idea. So we're going to put part of a map. Let's do, it has Maine on it. So let's do this way. Let's move this one. Okay, now I feel like I actually know what I'm doing. Or now I feel like I actually know what I want. So do we want that side or this side? Let's do that side. So we're going to... you don't need to cut anything there. No, that works better. Okay. Awesome. No, I don't like that. Regardless, let's get the hot fuzzy thing in there. There's that guy that's smoking a cigarette. Oh, a scar. He's smoking a scar. Okay, so if I do... I think I'm actually ready to start taping things. I know I usually lay the things down for a little bit and then rearrange things, but right now I actually kind of feel it. And that's what you do when you're doing art. You feel it and you just do what works for you. I hope you guys can see what's going on here, but we've got the collage in front of me right down here on the table. And we're going to start taping. No, actually, let's use the double-sided tape. It's always better to use the double-sided tape when making a collage, in my professional opinion, as someone that likes to do collages. But then again, each their own, and whatever type of style you're going for is important. Sometimes people like to see the tape, and I don't really like to see the tape. No, I don't like to see the tape at all. But it does kind of happen every once in a while. So we're going to just take off some of these pieces. I kind of feel like I know where I want to do things and where I want to put things. I do want to cut up Alice and her Mad Hatter friends on the spoon a little bit more. But we're first going to take down the first thing, which is a bit wrinkly, which I'm going to have to get those wrinkles out in order to make this a better collage. You don't want to have wrinkled pieces of paper. It does end up affecting all the other pieces of paper. So we go right here. Now that's looking somewhat good, but I forgot to put tape on this side too, because I got to do both the top and the bottom. And then I want to get it kind of tight. Oops. It slid right off. Here it is. Okay, now that's going to be helpful. Now I'm going to use, actually, you know, I don't have to use the double-sided for this side right here. No, this side can just be like that. Oh no, that's perfect right there. And then let's do another one. Another piece of Scotch tape, that is. On this one right here. And there it is. Now I have that done. Now I take this double-sided tape and push this tape down. Alright, so now I have double-sided tape onto this We Are Nonstop Star Power Cinemax ad, which was a cable channel that you could subscribe to. That I think when I was growing up, I think what we used to say was Cinemax is like Skinemax or something. There was some sort of joke we used to have about Cinemax because it was like the one that kind of had like porn on it or something like that, if I remember correctly. Or one of them did. I don't remember anymore because that used to like really be a thing where it was like cable TV kind of had that going on for it, which is why my mom never let us have HBO because HBO had some bad programming on it apparently. And, you know, it was bad for us as kids. But then, you know, we all became adults. So. Well, you know, we're not living at home anymore, so I guess it didn't really matter. But there was like the time that my sister got it for like 3 months or something because she complained about something and was like yelling at them. Yeah, good times. Growing up. Oh gosh, cable providers. Alright, so that's done. And this one's done. See, now we have a corner done with the collage. Now, it doesn't take that long to make a collage. It's usually just fun like this. You've been watching a live stream and you're eating a candy bar. It looks like you get to take another bite of your candy bar because I'm eating candy too right now. If you're just tuning in, every time I take out a piece of candy and I'm eating candy, it gives you an opportunity to eat candy with me. So if you have candy with you, you can eat candy with me too. We can eat candy together. It just takes me a little while to open up the candy. It always does. I mean, especially when I get these tiny little pieces of candy that are made for Halloween candy. And, you know, it's a Kit Kat. I do love chocolate. If you love chocolate, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Because we share a love for the same thing. Now the hot fizzy stuff, oh, that's going to find its way on here too. But I just also realized I'm going to use the scissors. Where are the scissors? I feel like I put them down. I did. Now, I'm going to make a better cut. And that's going to make it so then it just looks, it'll look better. Once again, it's an art piece, so you're just doing what you feel is best. Just like I am. Point making collage. Just some fun art. It's usually the easiest. And we're doing chocolate fizz, which that can go right here. Yes. Oh wait, the double-sided tape. Makes things easier. It'll stick better overall and for longer periods of time. So now we do this one right here. And the other. Okay. And then I use some of the Scotch tape and do that same thing where I just tape it on the side. That's going to make everything stay a lot more firmly, which is the idea. You want things to really stay on the canvas when you're putting them on the canvas, especially for a collage. If things are falling off, you don't want that. You don't want that. Alright. Now I also have more of the Scotch tape to put on. You see, once you do the first layer of paper too, it's a lot easier to put more things on it because really taping paper to paper is always a lot easier than paper to canvas. That's just an experience that I'm getting at least. Or, you know, that I've had with not just this canvas, but lots of different canvases. We have this girl. We also have this right here. Sliding it underneath. No. Oh wait. Nah, I kind of don't want to use that. Regardless, this girl should still be used. But I want this one to be like that. Yeah, that feels right. Alright, and now I can put her double-sided tape on. And just some girl wearing a 1944 cargo swimsuit. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. At the end of the day, 1944 cargo swimsuit? Well, I have no idea what that is. If you know what that is, you can educate me. If you want to Google it, then you can educate everyone by commenting in the posts, telling everybody. But I really don't know. So I'm not going to act like I know and just talk about it like I do, because I don't. And there we go. That looks good. I feel like this collage is coming along quite nicely. Now I'm going to pay attention to that corner over there, which is going to have the Alice in Wonderland cut out. I'm just going to cut the corner closer. Oops. There it is. Alright. Oh, that is much better. Yeah, see, look at that. Alright, let's also do Mad Hatter. I feel like this should be an outline now. Yeah, not too complicated of an outline. But you know, the Mad Hatter looks oddly like the villain from Wreck-It Ralph. Now that I think about it. You guys know what I'm talking about? Regardless, Wreck-It Ralph's a pretty good movie. And the villain in it is this Sugar King that ends up not really being a Sugar King. Regardless, I'm not going to ruin anything because I don't want to be that guy making videos that are spoilers for other movies and TV shows. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to spoil it, but regardless, the villain in that looks oddly like the Mad Hatter now that I think about it. You can look that up on the internet too without even looking up the story. If you really want to see what the Mad Hatter looks like and then see what the villain in Wreck-It Ralph looks like, you just Google search that. And you won't be ruined on probably what the storyline's about. So it also won't be a spoiler. No, well maybe. It depends on if you read things. We're going to just put some tape, double-sided tape on the back of Alice's Wonderland right there. And you've got a spoon now right there. You see that? A spoon with Alice and the Mad Hatter on it. Oh, wait a minute. No, now I kind of want to do... Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, good, I can still fit it. Alright, so take this piece of paper and put that there. Perfect. Alright. We're going to have a lot of fun with this part, too. We're just going to do tape right there and tape down. And that one's now done. And then I come over here. And this was the My Cigarette Has Two Jobs ad, which is going to be the cigarette ad that most likely makes it into this collage. But it's going to make it down here. This is more appropriate for it. Yep. I'm just going to have to rip that part off like this. Perfect. And then just bring that down. Yep, this is going to work out nicely. I can feel this is where this goes. And once again, making collage, or really any artwork, feeling is pretty much everything. And yep, if you don't feel it, then don't do it. I'm going to need some stickers for this though. You definitely can feel that. There it is. Alright. Let me rip a little bit more here. That guy can now be seen. This is the... It's a subtle cigarette ad, but it's still a cigarette ad nonetheless. Oh wait, not that one. Just a double-sided. This makes things easier for me overall. Making sure to use double-sided tape gives it more of a stickiness that's necessary for it to get stuck. There it is. And getting it stuck in place is the whole idea when it comes to making a collage. Alright, and now that's done. So we've gotten those two there. This will end up going here. I don't remember what that's from, but it is funny looking, and it looks like it deserves to be there, which means it's gonna be there, because it's about feelings when it comes to making art. Yes, feelings indeed. And that's good. Alright. Now let's get this guy on here, and this guy should be going right about here, and then we can rip more of this off. Perfect. We're making some good progress, and the collage is coming together slowly, but sure. No, why is it stuck? Did it got taped already? I didn't put tape on it. Oh, the double-sided tape. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Alright, so let's shoot that again. Yep. Yeah, that seems about right. Let's lift this up. Get that there. Double-sided tape again. And that goes under here. Now that's taped on. Now we go on to the next part. So let's see what we got left over. So we have a tiny little cutout of Alice, which that could go over here, maybe. Puzzle. No. Okay. Oh, National Lampoon. Oh, this is a nice surprise. The cover of National Lampoon from May 1980 was sex roll issues. And they made a lot of humorous jokes about that. And that's what it looks like. And this was a $1.50. National Lampoon, which means Mad Magazine. Right? No, it's National Lampoon Magazine. Yeah, they're National Lampoon Magazine. Okay. Now we're going to actually cut a portion of this. I kind of feel like this... Yeah. There we go. And then that kind of gives that guy... Yeah, that's perfect. See, look at that. It outlines the guy with the scar. Oh, this is really taking some good shape right here. It took a couple turns where I felt like it looked like crap, and then it came back around. Just like it always does. Whenever making a collage, you never know what you're going to get. It's a lot of fun, but it's just something that can be, crappy art at the end of the day. It depends on how you mix things up and what ends up happening after you've taken the time to put things where they are, and then you get it to stay in place. And sometimes it just doesn't want to stay in place, and then it falls apart, and then you're like, oh, well, it didn't come out the way I wanted. Regardless, you can nitpick all you want, but regardless, at the end of the day, it's just a collage. It's just fun. So we're just putting on a little more tape on the back of this piece too. If you're just joining, welcome to my live stream. It's nice that you've taken the time to be here. Thanks for being here. I do try to talk to the thread as much as possible. You tried to find a 1944 cargo swimwear. I found nothing. Unless I misheard you. Oh, I see. I'm still here. Looked it up. I'm still here. I'll just bring the collage closer. And it says... It actually says Cargo Africa 1944. You see that part right there? It So it's that swimsuit. But this is the collage so far. This is how far we've gotten into it. We're almost done doing the collage. We just got a couple more things to do, but I like what it's turning into. I hope you do too. This is just me hanging out in my shed, Benjamin James Bogadichin, and I'm just doing collage. That's the activity tonight. We're not going to be doing that much more. We're going to call it an easy night overall. It is Tuesday. We still got the rest of the week, and Wednesday's going to be right there as soon as I wake up. So I know it's going to be there for you too, so let's have some fun. I'm still here. I see you said something again. Oh, looks cool. Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. I do have fun making these collages, and I do love the feedback. I always like when people are letting me know how they feel about things and whatnot, and it is fun to make these live streams, and I do it to interact with people. I'm not just doing it to make a void of content, so feel free to let me know how I'm doing. You can feel free to comment and be part of the community. Feel free to like and share the live stream with whoever you think might also want to join me, Benjamin James Bogadichin, at least right now in my shed, making a collage. And you can also share it with people because normally I do a cooking and eating live stream, both on TikTok and on YouTube, and that is something you can normally tune into weekly. Like earlier today, I was cooking with my aunt and my parents' house, but I wasn't eating in the live stream, but I was cooking in the live stream, and that's something that you can tune in on. Just the live stream happens every once in a while, and I like to have people in it, so it's great that you take the time to, I don't know, come over here and be part of the live stream, so I always try to shout out to you as well. So I am trying to interact the best I can, and I'm new to this. It's been about 5-6 weeks, and I'm having a great time, and I hope you're going to have a great time too watching me. I don't really know what's going to happen, but I'm consistently doing this all the time, so I feel like I'm going to have more of a formulated show at some point in time, where it's at least more organized for me. And then it makes it easier for me to do it on a weekly basis. But right now, it's like every time I'm doing this thing, it kind of just feels like I'm throwing things together. And it is nice. I have planned a couple of these different live streams with different projects, but the project that I was supposed to do tonight was a Lego set that is over here, and I keep laying it off. So I do realize that I'm just going to be playing off of my energy in these live streams, and because of that, it's really going to just go in whatever direction I feel like going in that one time being. Regardless, it's great having you here. Thanks for being a part of my live stream. I go off on tangents every once in a while too. This is a cutout from a Dr. Seuss book that I'm not going to use. Let's see if we use this ad. The remote control home is here. This one looks pretty good. This is the ad. Yeah, this is a great thing to add. Let's do this one. But I want to do it this way? Yeah, let's rip it. Sometimes, you just want to have the look of a ripped paper. And that's what's important, having a good look and liking what you're doing when you're making yourself a collage. You're going to be the one that has to look at it anyways, so you don't really want to listen to a whole bunch of other people. And make a whole bunch of decisions that you end up not liking and you're the one that has to stare at it all the time. But yeah, you don't want to do that. So we've got the Scotch tape now going on, and a little bit more Scotch tape, and we have at least a base layer for the collage. And I say it's a base layer because it's actually a lot of fun to go get stickers, and then to complete the collage using a lot of stickers. And I know it sounds like, wait, why not just do it with the magazine clippings? But the stickers actually add the element that you really need. Yeah, it's just a recommendation from me. Stickers are always the way to go. And I don't have a lot of stickers because I end up using them all the time. Now, I like stickers, but I also, oh dang it ripped itself off. The Scotch tape was just too strong, I guess. There it goes. And that's a good sign. Because now that Scotch tape is firmly attached to not just a piece of paper, but to also the canvas. And there we go. That's another one done. Let's see. Now, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. All right, let's look at the collage. So far, we've got this going on with the collage that we've made out here tonight in the shed. Thanks for being with me. It's been a lot of fun making a collage with you fine people. It's always good doing these activities with all of you people around the world. It's great to do it, too. Honestly, it's great being here, so it's fun to be streaming myself live on TikTok and on YouTube. But now we're taking the time to look at the collage that I've made. And I think we're also going to be calling it a night pretty soon. Those of you that are watching on TikTok, you'll be live streaming with me a little bit longer, so you can stay on board. But those of you that are on YouTube, I'm going to be wrapping up that live stream right now. We're going to review the collage, and if you want to keep watching, you can go to TikTok and watch on TikTok for a little bit longer. But the whole reason I do that is because TikTok is the place where I review how the YouTube stream went, and then I talk to the people that are on TikTok because there's a lot more people that are commenting in the chat. That does not mean that, the YouTube stream isn't important, and I do appreciate the YouTube stream. It's just, there's a lot more people for me to bring attention to in the TikTok app, and then there's also the fact that YouTube can flag me for copyright infringement if I decide to watch anything and do reaction videos. So it's just so then I can just freely kind of walk about, and also if anyone's watching TV in the house, I don't need to worry about YouTube analyzing the audio and then flagging my live stream saying that I have copyright infringement happening, which YouTube's very stingy about it, so I just don't want this model. Regardless, we're going to review this collage right now, and we're going to end this live stream looking at the project that was made in the shed tonight, which is just an easy collage. Now, the collage has a National Lampoon's cover right here, and then a lot of clippings from this is from the Sports Illustrated model from the 70s. This is from Variety, and then we've got mainly clippings from 1970 People magazine, which is most of these ads, including the cigarette ad. We've got Alice on the Spoon with the Mad Hatter over here. We have this TV movie, which I've never heard of before, but I'm going to have to actually look into it more now that I've found it. And then we also have a Cinemax ad right here in the collage itself. We have the chocolate fizz drink that we talked about earlier. It's a clip out for an ad for you to be able to buy some chocolate powder to make yourself delicious chocolate fizz drinks, which I've never had before, but I am curious on how that actually works. And then over here we have the cigarette ad, which says my cigarette has 2 jobs, which still is not clarified in the ad. You don't really know what the guy's talking about, but he's giving you more of like a confirming look, and he has his cigarettes in his hands coming out. Borderline these cigarettes, but not really at the same time. I used to smoke cigarettes, but I liked them in some ways with how they tasted, but I didn't like any of the after effects. But cigarettes are cigarettes. I don't want to say they're cool, because I just don't want you to smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke cigarettes, it's bad for you. Regardless, we're over here still looking at it. We have an insurance ad. Yeah, that's an insurance ad clip out right there. It's used as a back area. We also have your remote control is here ad, which is when remote controls were a lot newer back then, for TVs at least. The National Lampoon cover, Sports Illustrated from the 70s. This one's the guy with a TV, a tiny TV, a portable TV with its antenna, and he has himself a scar. And that's basically what we have going on right here with this collage that's on its first steps. This is a starting point for any collage. Any collage that I make, I usually do the base of the collage, which is just a whole bunch of stuff, and then I get stuff later on and then completely finish it. But regardless, it's nice to have a collage going on in the shed, and this is what we've done together so far, and it's nice to have you here. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares, thanks for being in the live stream. I do appreciate everyone who's taking the time to share it and just be a part of the chat in general. We are going to be going inside of the house, and I'm going to be cutting the YouTube stream in just a second. But once again, you can follow me on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Instagram. It's great to have you here, and I hope you choose to support and like and follow and watch the other videos I make. I make a lot of high energy, positive videos just about things that I do that you could be doing too. It's about having some fun with the internet, and that's what I like to do. So if you feel like having some fun with the internet and you find me to be amusing, I post videos regularly, and you can watch those videos on my platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and you can support and share those with other people too. Let me know that I'm doing a good job. If you really like my videos, it's fun to make them, I'm having a good time, and I'm trying to keep things positive, so feel free to contribute to the positivity and also just have fun with it, because the internet should be more about having fun and not freaking out about how the world's going to end, which is what it feels like sometimes now. People constantly freaking out about the world ending. But, you know, we're just putting back some of the collage material and cleaning up a little bit in the shed because we take care of the shed on our own. It's our shed. And by that I mean it's yours too in some ways because you're taking the time to be here, I'm taking the time to be here, and we're having a good time. Now, it really is my shed at the end of the day, but because you're here with me, I do feel like sharing its ownership with you at the same time. Or at least while I'm broadcasting myself. Now, we have a bunch of candy wrappers we need to throw away. And if you are also eating a candy, here's another time for you to take a bite of your candy bar, because I'm taking out a Reese's out of my pocket, and I'm going to be eating some candy. So if you want to eat candy with me, you can eat candy too. We can both be eating candy at the same time. It's fun to eat candy. I've eaten candy every now and then throughout the stream, and every time I pull out some candy, I always remind people that they can eat candy with me if they have candy near them. And we could be eating candy together at the exact same time. It's kind of like a drinking game, but without the drink and more of the candy. I love Reese's. Reese's are one of my favorite candy bars. I'm not sponsoring them. And they're not really candy bars. But regardless, we finished a nice project out here in the shed, and I do appreciate the time that those of you put into just watching me. Which I'm honored to be in your space, and it was a lot of fun for me. So thanks for watching over there on YouTube. We're going to keep broadcasting live on TikTok. So if you do want to keep watching me, just flip on over to the app TikTok, and you can continue to watch me broadcast myself live. Regardless, you can just tune in again tomorrow and watch me cook and eat dinner. If you want to just watch me do those things tomorrow, you can see that. You don't need to watch the rest of my live stream tonight if you've got to go to bed or something. Regardless, on YouTube, I'm cutting the live stream, and feel free to watch tomorrow and be part of my live stream while I cook and eat again on another day, and that'll be just what it's going to happen, honestly. It's been happening here. It's been a lot of fun. So thanks for tuning in on the live stream. Take care of yourself, all you people out there on YouTube, and have a good night. Get a good night's rest, and I'll see you tomorrow if you decide to tune into the live stream.